Hey guys, Kyle here. So this is a project we're going to work on really quick. So this is our little laundry room. It's not very big. It's in between the garage and coming into the house. We're getting ready to move, so I've been doing a lot of projects around the house. None of them are really worth filming or anything. But this one, what I wanted to do was, I don't know if you saw any of my shop tour videos, but recently I acquired three 8-foot sheets of melamine board. So it's like the fiber board with white tops on the top and bottom, and it's got an edge where you can see the melamine. So I wanted something to do with this. So one of the things I thought, since it's free anyways, is we might want to put a shelf right here for the laundry room. It'll just look a little bit nicer to sell. We always wanted to put cabinets up here and all that stuff, but it's amazing how long you live here and all these little projects you let slip by and you never do it. So before we sell the house, I wanted to put a melamine sheet right here. It's 18 feet deep, so it will only go to about here. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is just finding the studs and putting in some scrap 2x4 that I'll cut down into 2x2s and put them as a frame for it to sit on all on here in the back, and then I'll have to put a face on the melamine. I might use edge banding, I might use a hardwood face, I haven't really decided yet. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the studs, mark out where I want it, and start cutting down my 2x2s and put in the frames. I got this magnet stud finder stuck on the washer. Ugh. So I pretty much found my stud spots. If you see me using this, if you haven't seen one of these before, these are a great little tool. Oddly, you can't really find these at the big box stores. I've never found one. I've wanted to buy them. I'll randomly buy them as gifts for friends, especially people who are buying their first house, because they're so easy to use. But again, can't really find them at big box stores, not that I've seen, so maybe they'll have them in a smaller hardware store. I found them online on Amazon. You can buy these for under $5, which is great. And what this is, if you don't know what it is, it's a stud finder. Well, it's a magnetic stud finder, meaning it has two rare earth magnets on the top of the bottom, and when you run this over the drywall, it's looking for metal in the drywall, which is the nails that go into the studs. So I like these a lot because you can almost with 100% certainty find the stud, because why else would you have a nail in the drywall? Because it's going into the stud. The only bad thing about this is that there's not always going to be a nail in the stud. So you can't just follow one line and say, oh, there's not a stud there, because they don't put the nail. It can be randomly where they put the nails depending on your builder. So you might have to go up and around, but when you find it and it sticks to the wall, as you can see right here, you know there's a stud there, almost 100%. I like I like this one a lot because it's a laser level included, like you saw me using. But I've had mixed luck using these. Maybe it's just because I'm not a seasoned carpenter or whatever. But I get a lot of false positives with these. They do work, but I've had so many times where I think I found the stud and I drill in and there's not a stud there, that I like using that just because it's almost certain. And then once you find a stud, it's pretty easy to measure out. Most of the time it's 18 inches. For this project, being that my shelf is 18 inches, there's a stud right at the 18-inch mark. So on the sides, I'm not going to be able to drill into a stud. I'm going to have to use anchors, because there's going to be one right here and then one at 18 inches, and my shelf's at 18 inches. So I might drill into right here, or I'll probably just put 2 anchors, because the back is going to be drilled into studs, no matter, because there's plenty of studs back there, and the sides are just going to be support. Anchors should be fine. I'll probably do about 3 anchors on the side. So now I'm going to cut out my 2x2s and cut down my melamine to length and paint it and attach it and
So here's where there's, yeah, there's a thing, then a holder stuff, then here it goes, then here's a vacuum, then more shelf, and we're still gonna need a little more stuff because we have a little more room.